Hey, what's up, you guys? Day 2. Looks like a nice clear day out. Not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful. Well, I hope we have a good day. So I'm still on Mother Beaver Dam number 2 side. I'm probably a little less than halfway of the field. I guess planting this rye around it is gonna make it wicked trying to get to Mother Beaver Dam number 2. Even if I don't cultivate right up close to the woods, that stuff is gonna grow tall and it's gonna look like a jungle out here, man. My windows are foggy. It's a little bit cool this morning. Some pretty leaves right there on that tree. Anyway, off we go. I'm cultivating through some rows where the 4-row picker was without the spreader, and as always, it's not quite as level because it doesn't spread that hay out and it causes it to bunch up in some places, but it's not too bad. Man, having dirty windows, glare from the sun, and some fog, that's a bad mixture for content, ain't it? Look at that patch. That patch right there is strong. So yeah, I'll check in a little bit. Mother Beaver Dam number 2 entrance is right there, but we don't have time to go in today, you guys. It needs ends. It's interesting that they came and got the cotton bales from this farm, but over on the other side where the 60-acre field is, those cotton bales are still over there. I declare the skies are just so beautiful today. Man, the itching and the craving that I have to go in and look at the mess that the beavers have, because I know it's bad in there, you guys. Look, oh, I can see the water level. Oh, don't you beavers think it's over? It's not over. No. We're gonna get out here before this rye comes up and blocks us from getting back here with our e-bike. It was actually wet on that first pass I was making along the woods there. I was spinning and had to lift up. Since I want to end up out by the parking spot, I'm just gonna drive down there and then I'll make a pass in and then back out so that I'm not cultivating over the seed twice. That's gonna do it for Mother Beaver Dam number 2 farm, you guys. I can imagine some of you new subscribers who watched yesterday heard me say the MLK crossing. This is the MLK crossing. There were some beaver dams that I tore out in the creek here on MLK Day. I think it was 2021. So yeah. All right, you guys, I'm on the other side and Dan is gonna watch it and make sure I'm not cultivating too deep, because I told him I'm still only traveling at 6 miles an hour. And he said that when you turn those turnbuckles, it actually goes deeper than what the thing says. He said that he used to think that that was the same case. Y'all remember I said 3 turns equals 1 inch? He said 3 turns could probably be 3 or 4 inches. So I didn't know that. Let me hop out and see what his thoughts are. Alright, you guys, so we're gonna let it up a half a turn and see what it does. Alright, we're gonna give it a try. Alright, there's 11th gear. I got crooked, that's because I was looking behind me. Don't worry about it, we'll get it right. I can't look behind me and drive straight. This is 7.1 miles an hour. It's not hopping quite as bad since we've lifted it up, so. See what it says now. We're gonna try it one more half a turn up. Okay. Okay, I'm bouncing pretty good right now. Oh! I'm bouncing a little here. Oh, yeah. Whoop. I guess he's trying to look at the cultivator to see if it's hopping too. Well, he's going back to the truck. Hadn't called me anything, so I guess he's satisfied with it. right, you guys, so he's spreading in the 60-acre field over there, and I've been running 7.1 miles an hour, and it's leveling it, and it's not hopping too bad. So I'm gonna stick with the settings that we have it at right now. He said if it gets to hopping too bad and I have to slow down, then I'll let the dip back down so that it'll level it going slow. He's moving on along, and we are finishing up this field. I have 2 more fields before I get to the 60-acre field where he is. That across the road, and here where they had the test plot. So I'm gonna try and get these 2 knocked out. Possibly, yeah, definitely before lunchtime. It's only 10 o'clock right now. It's actually chicken salad time, but I'm not really hungry. I'm actually gonna start on the wood side and work my way out. But anyway, I'll check in a little later. It's 10:34, and I just seen Dan leave out of the 60-acre field, so he's finished with it already. When I tell you he be boogieing, you guys. I say this all the time, but the fact that we are going 1.2 miles an hour faster than what we originally were, I'm moving along pretty fast now myself. I know it don't sound like 1.2 miles an hour would make a difference, but in a tractor, it makes a world of a difference. All right, it's 11:04, and I'm getting ready to start in the 60-acre field. It is currently 11:10, and Sister Deborah G, I got a PayPal notification from you. I want to thank you. I pray God blesses you 100-fold. You are such a liberal and consistent giver. I am grateful for you, my sister. I appreciate you. Looks like Danny just pulled up and he's taking soil samples. I thought maybe they got these already, being that we're getting it planted, but I guess not. There's Danny across the road taking soil samples. I actually had to slow the tractor down a little bit because I'm using my phone, and it don't have the stabilization that the GoPro has. Using the Gator. Man, we used to, years ago, we used to walk taking soil samples. Wow, all 2,000 acres. Well, look at this. He wants to get ran over, doesn't he? When you take soil samples, you gotta sort of zigzag so you can get, you know, pretty good coverage. But look at him, running in my freshly cultivated field. Stop and take a probe. Man, I've had to slow down some. I'm doing about 6.5. But you know what? Brother Brian, I remember your comment from when we were finishing up soybeans, and I told Danny what you said without mentioning your name, and it took him a few seconds to remember your name, but he got it. I was like, yep, that's him. We got a good laugh out of that. He said that you're a good man, and I believe that. But anyway, I thought I'd mention that, my brother. Now he's back out of the cultivated part. Notice he's staying within a certain parameter of the field. He's not going all the way from one end to the other. That's because when you have a field this big, there's usually more than one sample in that field. Like there's a part A, part B, C, to the 60-acre field, and each sample has to get tested, and when it gets tested, it lets us know what the field needs in the specific parts. I'm gonna hit this frog pond crossways before I go through it the normal way, because of all of the weeds that was out there. I want to make sure that it gets it good and level. Oh, this back window is dirty. Nothing to see back there. Maybe that's a little better. Woo, bumpy. Still got some beautiful skies and some pretty trees across the road over there. Danny has finished to the right of me. I'm sure he did that so that I can cultivate his tracks out instead of him starting over there where I've already cultivated at. And it is 1:40. I believe I'm gonna go ahead and stop and take lunch, you guys. Oh my goodness, you guys. I am so stiff. Lord have mercy. Ooh. I've been sitting down for hours upon hours and hours. Oh man, let's see. I wanted to look at some of the sweeps. Yeah, they starting to get some wear on them. I don't see any broken ones yet. Yeah, but it's definitely getting worn. Have to get Dan to weld some for me. Some plastic on there or something. I'll get it off when I come back. It's hung on there good. I need to get my gloves. But overall, everything looks good. 2 bearings we changed back here. They rolling in the wind. And I'm about to roll in the wind, go get something to eat and get me a nap. Oh yeah. I actually think I've cultivated between 65 and 70 acres already today though. So we are definitely making some moves, you guys. Oh, this guy has a seed tender there. I wonder if he's looking for where he's supposed to take it, because Dan said that we're supposed to be getting one to load the rye into the spreader. Oh, it looks like Rudy is over there bush hogging corn stalks. I'll have to zoom in once I stop with my phone. Let's see if I can keep still enough. Yeah, we can see him a little bit. He's a long ways over there. This is the furthest I can zoom in. Go on and get it, Rudy Poo. So I'm getting ready to head back to the field, and Rudy is still getting it in over there. And we're about to do the same over in the peanut field. Look at that. I'm gonna have to get my switch for Danny. I went by with my hands up like, what are you doing? He had his hands up too, like, I don't know. See, they still got the cotton bales over there in that field. And look over the trees. There's our tower. We're gonna pick up where we left off. Alrighty, you guys. I have completed the field rows of the 60-acre field. Now I gotta knock out the end rows. I was looking at the skyline, well, not the skyline, but the tree line, how the sun was shining on the trees earlier, and all the different colors across the entire tree line. It's just a beautiful sight. Matter of fact, let me add that while I'm talking. But anyway, I'm about to wrap the video on up. Dan hasn't spread anymore. He wanted to make sure that I finish this field today because there's a chance of rain tomorrow. So we don't want any seed laying on top of the ground and it's supposed to rain, because you wouldn't be able to get it cultivated in. So It worked out just right. Just right. And to those of you, once again, who's been wondering, well, why are we planting a cover crop and not harvesting it? Okay, so let me explain to you. The rye, it acts sort of like a multivitamin to the soil. Y'all know we take multivitamins to replenish different vitamins, different nutrients in the body. Well, the rye acts as a good agent which does that for the soil. Not only that, but it also helps to prevent erosion. So we're in the winter months. Winter months is when you normally get a lot of rain, usually. That hadn't been the case recently, but it will help keep the dirt from washing out of the field. Take for instance, right here is a ditch, and if it was bare out there, all the water running off, it would carry the soil into the ditch, and it would also carry the fertilizer and the nitrogen and the sulfur and everything else that we spread out there to help the crops grow. It will wash it off. So it helps prevent erosion, especially in the peanut field where there's not much chaff on the ground. Like a cornfield, you have the shucks and the cobs and the stalks and everything still left out there that helps to cover the ground. But with the peanut fields, there's not much because you dig up the bushes and there's nothing but little stringy bushes out there. So it helps with erosion. It also helps to shade out winter weeds. The winter weeds won't be able to grow all crazy out here because just like in the summertime, when we plant a crop, how it shades out the weeds once it gets so tall, that's what happens with the rye. It'll help keep from getting all of those unwanted weeds out here. And so the other thing is, about the time that rye is ready to be harvested, that's the time when we need to be out here in the field spraying it to kill it down so that we can get ready to plant. So it sort of would contradict, or I guess get in the way of us planting our normal crops if we tried to wait to harvest it. So those are just a few reasons why we do the cover crop on the peanut fields and don't harvest it. And I hope that that enlightens somebody. Wow, I'm about to have a whole other video sitting here explaining that, right? But anyway, hey, I got to get you guys the information that you asked for. I read the comments, but man, am I busy to respond to all of them like I used to be able to. So I read them and I try to respond accordingly. But anyway, I definitely hope that you guys have enjoyed watching on today. If you did, smash that like button for us. Throw a comment in the comment section. Let me know what's on your mind. Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. You guys stay blessed. You guys keep encouraged. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.